Hey, stop it!
Hey, you! People behind the screens.
Okay, is that like really distracting right there? I think it's Mexico versus Germany today. I feel like it's just disrespectful to turn it off at this point. Okay, I'm muting it because it's not happening yet. I think it's 10:40 something right now, and the game is gonna start at 11. So, yeah.
So this video is actually gonna be...
What is it? What is this video about?
As you can see from the title, this video is gonna be 19 things I learned at 19 in 19 minutes. Enjoy. Let's go. These are just things I've learned. It doesn't have to fit on everybody. It's just really for me to look back at. Maybe when I get to 30, I have like 30 things I've learned. Number 1. Okay, so I actually have a lot of titles for number 1. You can't find happiness through relationships. You can't always rely on others when it comes to looking for happiness. And also, relationships aren't the main source of happiness. What I'm saying is, when it comes to happiness, relationships aren't the definite answer. It's not that if you find someone to be with, you're gonna be happy. It's like a little too much for the first one to talk about, but I've been mistaken for the past 19 years thinking that if I find someone in my life, to find someone to be with, then I'll probably be happier in that way. But it's really not. It's not. Always be polite when it comes to strangers, especially when they've done nothing wrong or rude to you. What I'm saying is that when I meet strangers, I want to be friends with them right away. And I like to make like sarcasm jokes. Like I've become really cheeky, if that makes sense. Not everybody knows who you are. So when it comes to meeting new people, don't make too many jokes before you actually get to know them. Because sometimes it might not work. Okay. I actually wrote 3 stars after this one. Like I marked it.
Wow.
It's most of the I can't even say it. Most of the attractive people are probably already taken. I'm a really dreamy type of girl. I just like having crushes on people in the most random way ever. So the thing is, I'm slightly nearsighted and also 散光. What is that in English? The translation is over here. When I don't wear my glasses, things get blurry around me. It's not like so blurry, but like if you're standing 10 meters, yeah, I guess 10 meters in front of me, you're pretty much blurred out. People just look dreamy around me, and it's kind of like the movie effect, or when you put a filter on someone and it's just like if I put on my glasses, I'm like, dude, my skin, it's terrible. Oh my gosh, no. And then when I take it off,
It's like, wow, I've got like perfect skin. What is this?
Whoa! Yeah, it's what happens when I look into the mirror. I'm a rather flirty person. I think that's just my personality, which is kind of bad. Sometimes it can get bad, but I mean, it's cute, but bad. Don't hit on people just because they're cute, or if you find them nice, because they're probably already taken. I'm just saying, because pretty people usually get the girls or the guys or the unicorns. It's just embarrassing if you don't think ahead. It's okay to be straightforward from time to time, but know when to keep some opinions to yourself. I went from being someone used to not like to speak out my own peace of mind, kinda. I just kept everything to myself, but then I went home and I tell my mom everything. And then later on, I kind of morphed into this girl who is covered and layered with sassiness. Basically, kindness over truth. So kindness is greater than truth. I think that's what I'm saying. Because sometimes it's better to just keep some opinion to yourself. Even if it's true. Because it might hurt someone if you tell them. So there's a story that I heard back then. So there's a grandma who had a grandchild. And the grandchild think that the grandma smokes a lot. The grandchild went on.
He did some research and then found out, everything that's so terrible about smoking habits. And then told his grandma. Then was like, hey grandma, did you know that if you keep up smoking, bad things can happen, you could die, you could blah blah blah. And then it just made the grandma really sad because she was having a hard time trying to quit smoking. So the grandma just got really depressed or something. And so the kid's mom told the kid, or maybe the kid's dad, it doesn't matter the gender, but the thing is, the parent told the kid that sometimes
instead of being truthful, kindness is more important. So I think that's what I'm trying to say. Okay. It is okay to overthink sometimes, but don't do it so much just because you're bored and you have nothing better to do. So in this little brain, I overthink a lot. I overthink when people don't text me back. I overthink about everything. I sometimes overthink just because I have nothing better to do. Like, it's okay to overthink if it's just rethinking what you've done, or having some time with yourself and maybe just rearranging the information in your mind. That's good that's just good rethinking. If you're just overthinking when you're bored, it's just one of the ways to trigger panic attacks, which I sometimes get when I overthink too much, which is not good. Don't wear something that you don't feel comfortable in, because what you wear can definitely affect your confidence for the entire day. I think RM from BTS one time said how he likes to style himself and wear something good so he can feel more comfortable and then he can be more confident throughout the day.
제가 옷을 좋아해서 항상 많이 신경 쓰는데 굉장히 제 겉모습에 좀 이상하게 차려입은 날이나 하면 좀 자신감이 좀 감소해요.
Which I totally agree. Sometimes when I wear something that's just really out of the style, or something that doesn't make me feel comfortable in, it can definitely change my mood. It's really the opposite of a confidence boost. So I actually got this one from The Amazing Spider-Man from Aunt May.
Secrets have a cost. They're not for free. Not now, not ever.
And I totally agree with that. They usually have a cost, and they're not free. Now I'm just repeating the quote. But it's true. There are people who will have secrets, and that's okay. I mean, it could be big secrets, it could be small secrets, it could be secrets for surprises, like if you're having a surprise party. It comes with a cost, it's not free, and yeah. What am I trying to say here? I think about that a lot. It is okay to live off social media. I put it in parentheses and I said China experience. For my gap year, I came here to China and I'm actually in Suzhou right now, not in Hangzhou. For the social media platforms that I used to use in America, there are, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube. Is YouTube a social media? Kind of, yeah. But Instagram, Twitter. I basically lived off those social medias for quite a couple months at first. It's just difficult to use those in China because it's blocked. But then later on, because it was so difficult to use, I really just gave up. And I realized that I don't know if it affects the quality of the film. I'm trying to speak as loud as I can, so bear with me, please. But yeah, I can live off social media. It is quite possible. Honestly, don't let social media affect your mood, thinking it's a big part of your life, because it's really not. I actually learned this from Key Club. It's okay to not know things. You just have to keep in mind that if you don't know something, never be afraid to ask. There's just gonna be things that you won't know about. And especially when you're only 19 or less, younger than 19, or even if you're older, you're not gonna know everything unless you're a genius. I'm not. So yeah, it's okay to not know things. This one is one of my favorite ones, and it works. Fake it till you make it. It's so cliche, but it's so true. A good example for myself is that I used to be really, really afraid of any sports that involved balls. Or any sports, actually. When I was in high school, during my freshman year, I really was just into those soccer jerseys. I don't know what got into my head, but I just really liked them. So that was my motivation to get into the soccer team. I was definitely not the best. But the thing is, I just kept on acting like I know what I'm doing, and I copied everybody else. I mean, I was still really a 菜鸟. What is that in English? I gotta look that up. There will be a lot of things that you don't necessarily do the best, but fake it till you make it actually works sometimes. Also, I'm just gonna link a TED Talk somewhere here because I watched this and it's basically what I'm talking about for number 11. Do whatever that makes you happy, as long as it doesn't have anything to do with harming others. Hi Mom! This one actually works because it just works. The best way of finding your passion is just do whatever that makes you happy. you know? Like, if you like soccer, play soccer. If you like sports, do sports. If you like painting, draw. If you like the arts, do arts. As long as what you're doing doesn't have to do with hurting others' feelings or harming others, just do it.
I feel like I'm just doing a Nike commercial now.
Always have a plan in mind, but always be aware that changes will happen, so be ready for it. I don't think there's any explanations needed for that. Stop searching for love. It'll probably happen when you're least expecting it.
Like I said, I'm a dreamy girl. Self-reminder, stop searching for love, because it won't work that way. Deleting Tinder and other dating apps.
It is okay to not be perfect or to make mistakes, but always have an open mind for corrections. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Shout out Smiley again, you know, for the best songs ever. It's great. So now it's not really just the mental stuff, it's more about the physical. We're getting physical now. So don't touch your face. Wash your face every day. I used to, hi mom again. So before I used to not really pay attention of what I was doing to my face. But I read this article. It's about how dirty your hands can be throughout the day. I don't know how many times have I touched my face throughout this video. I hope not a lot. But there are just a lot of bacteria on your face and you just shouldn't touch it. It is important to keep your face clean for better skin. It matters. Stop touching your face. Why am I saying this with all like smiley faces?
I'm like, stop touching your face, kids.
But yeah, wash your face every day. Take your makeup off. It will be worth it. I promise. Number 17. You can't win the texting game. And not everyone is playing the texting game. Yeah, it's pretty much self-explanatory. But you just can't win the texting game. If you're playing it, or if anyone's playing it, it's just stupid and lame and ugh. Yeah. When you get to this age, you will realize that people will actually be working for most of the times. And if people are on the other side of the earth, they're probably asleep. They're most definitely often not playing the texting game. Number 18. I just did it. Drink more water. Because before I reached like halfway of being 18, I rarely drank any water. I know it sounds really, really bad. Stay hydrated. Even if you don't like water, try to drink it. Try to find good water to drink because it helps with your skin. Water is good. I feel like I'm doing so many commercials in here. I'm doing Nike commercials, I'm doing like Miley commercials, I'm doing water commercials, and number 19, last but not least, don't take anyone for granted. No matter if it's family members, friends, or even just strangers who are nice to you, or mean ones. Don't take them for granted. That doesn't make sense. Just don't take people for granted because they're not really obligated to do anything for you. And yeah, just be nice to people. I'm gonna try to do that better. And that is 19 things I learned at 19. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I think I only have like 100 subscribers more now, but that's okay. I'm working my way. Okay, bye!
Never been alone.